Hello, welcome to Introduction to Blended and Online Teaching through the Five Star Academy. My name is Megan Abbott and I will be your facilitator for this course. I am currently a technology integration specialist with Five Star. I work with the Richland Bean Blossom Community School Corporation in Ellettsville, Indiana. We have iPads in grades 6 through 12. Every student has one, and I've been working there for about a year. Before I became a TIS, I taught junior high and high school math for 8.5 years, most of which were at the Edgewood schools. In this course, each module has many of the same activities. Each module begins with a video featuring a spotlight speaker that just talks about that week's topic. Then there are explorations. These are websites to explore, articles to read, sometimes another video to watch, but they are like the content for that week. Then there is a discussion, and this is where you guys as participants will be able to, talk about the topic for this week, what you learned from the videos and the explorations. There will be a discussion prompt to respond to, as well as a peer response prompt. And so you'll see the first discussion how that works. Every week there will also be a blog entry for you to complete. Blog entries are meant to be your personal reflection on that week's topic. We'll ask you to post your link to your blog, but if you don't want to, read everybody's, you don't have to. It's again a place for your personal reflection. Every module also has optional extension activities. These include a couple extra resources to check out, and something to try in your own classroom if you have time and have the desire to do so. Again, those are optional things. You don't have to, but if it's something that you could incorporate into your classroom or into your professional setting, that would be great. So what do I expect of you as a student? Just the typical things that we expect of our students in our own classrooms. Please complete the assignments and meet the deadlines. This will help our discussions to be meaningful. So we ask that you also participate in meaningful discussions. Don't just agree with everybody, but ask questions of each other and provide suggestions for each other. Also provide meaningful peer feedback. So again, don't just agree or say, well, I disagree and leave it at that, but explain your reasoning, explain your opinions and your ideas. Also, share resources. We are here to learn from each other. I'm excited to learn from you guys, and I hope that you are excited to learn from this whole course. So if you come across other resources that you have used in your own teaching, feel free to share your resources and ideas. And please ask questions. For many of you, this might be your first time participating in an online course. So, ask questions as you have them. I have provided my email address in several places, so feel free to email me, call me, or text me at any time. And what can you expect from me as your facilitator? If you do email me or call or text me, I will respond to your questions within 24 hours to try to give you a prompt response there. We will have office hours every week. I'm planning those for Thursdays, and that'll be via something called Google Hangouts. And again, some of you don't know what this is, and that's okay. I will provide more directions on that when it gets a little bit closer. And I am a partner in learning with you. Like I said before, I'm extremely excited to learn from you guys. We are a group of people from K through 12, and so I think It'll be exciting to learn from each other and to share ideas with each other. So where can you get information about deadlines and such? Well, there's several places. The syllabus has information as far as when each module opens and closes. You have 2 weeks for each module. So the syllabus is a good place to start. Also, Module 1 has all that information. There are descriptions of the projects. There will be 2 projects. There is in-depth description about how to make a blog, and I will also send out information about the Google Hangouts. In every single module every week, there are directions for what to do, especially if it's something new for that week. I will also send a weekly email, typically on Mondays, just kind of, introducing you to the module, or, if it's the second week of the module, just kind of reminding you about it. So you can look for extra directions there. If you ever have questions that aren't addressed in the syllabus or in the descriptions in Module 1 or in my weekly email, again, just email me or call me and ask. So there's all my contact information. The Google Hangouts, the office hours as such, I'm going to schedule those for Thursday evenings from 7 to 8 p.m. These are not mandatory. And again, I will send out directions about how to join a Google Hangout and what it all entails. It's kind of like Skype if you've ever Skyped with somebody. So how will you be assessed in this course? There are no grades. Hopefully you are taking this course for your own personal professional growth and reflection. It's important to grow as professionals and to reflect on our own practices and to think about how we can do things differently to reach our students. So I hope that's one reason you're taking the course. There are rubrics for discussions and blogs. Those are in Module 1. So you can self-check your posts to make sure that you are responding with quality discussion posts and giving each other some good feedback. There are 2 projects at the end of the course, and I will describe those a little bit later. You can work on them throughout the course, and their in-depth descriptions are included in Module 1 resources as well. So I talked about discussions before. This is, just like having conversations in your class. You can respond to discussions at any time throughout the 2 weeks. We would like you to have your initial responses due by Sunday at 8 p.m. Then this just allows Mondays for everybody to hopefully review the discussion and to give feedback to each other if that hasn't been done yet. So you are welcome to respond to discussion prompts before Monday, like to respond to each other. But if you could try to remember to check in on that second Monday of the module, just to look at what people have said, and especially if people have responded to you. Sometimes people will respond to you with a question, and then if you don't answer, it's basically like the conversation just ended. So like I said, please respond to each other during the week or on Monday. As I mentioned before, blogs are your personal reflection. They'll be at blogger.com, which requires a Google account. And there are more directions for setting up your blog in Module 1. You can comment on each other's or not. That's completely up to you. So if you want to buddy up with somebody, and just say, that person's going to be your blog buddy, and you guys are going to read each other's blogs and provide some feedback for each other, that's great, but you don't have to do that at all. So one of the projects is called a Symbaloo project. Symbaloo is a website, just symbaloo.com, and you can work on this project throughout the course, but the idea of it is that by the end of the course, you have at least 30 resources that you like and that you want to continue to check out, and you make a Symbaloo out of it. The basic idea of a Symbaloo is it's like visual bookmarking place. In your internet browser, you probably mark things as bookmarks or favorites, and then you have that whole long list of those. A Symbaloo is one place to house all of those. You can actually have up to 50 resources in one Symbaloo, and you can have multiple Symbaloos like I do. So hopefully you find the Symbaloo to be valuable. The project itself is due the last week of class, but like I said, you can work on it throughout the course. And to find a more detailed description of the Symbaloo project, just check out the resources in Module 1. The other project is the Really Useful project, or the RUP. The idea of this project is for you to take the content from this course and create a product that is useful for you in your professional setting, or most of you, that's your classroom. This is an open-ended project. There are options here, and these options are also on the detailed description that is again available in the resources for Module 1. These are just ideas. Please don't think that you have to do one of these options. You can come up with your own idea. Um, so, you might choose to video a mini lesson. That might be something that you haven't done before, and you want to use one of these options to video yourself teaching a mini lesson. Or you could take what you've learned about integrating technology and revise a curriculum map or a syllabus to include technology integration. You could just revamp and make an engaging lesson or unit, so you might have a current lesson or unit that, is very traditional. And so you can take what you've learned from this class and incorporate some tools and some strategies for making it more engaging for your students. Or you could create an authentic assessment and feedback plan, again, with the idea of being more student centered and using some technology integration to engage the students there. And of course, like I said, you don't have to use one of these options. You can come up with your own idea. At the end of Module 5, we ask that you just email me a proposal of what you're thinking about doing for the RUP. You do not have to stick with that. It's not set in stone. You can always change your mind. But that way we know you're thinking about something, and you're thinking about something. You're not waiting until that last week. So hopefully you've learned a little bit more about the course with this. Check out the resources. They're in the Explore section of Module 1. I think you'll find a lot of information there to help you wrap your head around the course a little bit more. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me, call me, or text me, and I will send out more information about our Google Hangouts. We'll have our first Google Hangout this Thursday at 7 o'clock.